Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have another story time. This is a story time series. I think it's going to be a three-part series, and this is the three-part series on me and Zebra. In the past, you guys have always heard me involve Zebra in the story time. I have a story time on Zebra. It is not mainly about our friendship. It's mainly about like funny events that I've had with Zebra. I was friends with Zebra since 10th grade year. So in this story time, I'm going to be giving you guys an introductory to our friendship. I said French shrimp. Ew. I'm going to be giving you guys an introductory to our friendship and let you guys know how we met. There's a disclaimer in this story time. I really dread telling me and Zebra's story time because it's some choices that I made back then that I'm not too proud of. I would sit here and say when you guys understand the type of person she is, you can kind of see why I made those choices, but some of these choices that I made, it does not matter how someone is. Like when you retaliate against some people and you retaliate a little too hard, it kind of shows your true colors and not so much theirs. So it's some things I did in this story time that I'm not too fond of, but I will sit here and say that I don't care what Zebra says, and I'm not sure if she watches my videos, not too sure, but I don't care what Zebra says. I was a good friend to Zebra. Okay, we had our moments where we didn't really get along like that. We had our moments where I did petty things, but overall I tried my best to take care of Zebra and the friendship, and I tried my best to make the friendship as fun as I could possibly make it. Another disclaimer before we get into the story time is that there would not be no bashing. There would not be no like, this not like so much a, oh, my fake friend, da da da. I'm not gonna sit here in front. Zebra was not a good friend. Okay? She wasn't a terrible friend, but like it was something she did that was so off. She was not really a good friend, but she wasn't a terrible friend either. But we about to get into the introductory of her, okay? Let's get straight into the video. If you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe or whatever. And yeah, let's get into the content. So, boom. Now, if you guys do not know who Zebra is, y'all definitely have to catch up on my older videos. I'm pretty much just gonna give you guys a little backstory since this is a series. It was basically this girl that I had met when I went to my old high school, the second one, because I've been to two high schools if you guys did not know. Zebra was this girl I met. Now, she did not go to the high school that I went to secondly. She was at, we're gonna get into that. I told a little introductory to Zebra before in one of my story times, but I've never really like went into detail about how we actually met and how our friendship came about, so I'm about to start there. So basically, if you guys know, the school wanted to fight me, whatever. I really wanted to see who was really about it. Nobody at the school was really about it, because like I was popping my shit. Like I told you guys in so many story times, they were bullying me, and baby, I was bullying them back, because you can't bully a bitch like me. Like, I'm so sorry about it. Like, so yeah. Yeah. So before I had made it to that school, I was fighting with a lot of people on social media. These people were bullying me, and throughout the time that people were bullying me on Twitter, other people will come in the chat and put laughing emojis and will be co-signing. So it will be like somebody will call me ugly, and then other people will come and be like, yeah, she ugly, yeah, da da da, like all this childish shit. Or it will be some people laughing like, y'all didn't have to do her like that. Like, do me like what? How did they do me? You think because Jerome told me that I was ugly, I'm ugly? Bitch, have you seen me? Like, do me like what? He's saying an opinion, a wrong opinion at that. So I had seen Zebra in the chat, and she was laughing up a storm. Now the difference was, people would just do a little hee hee ha ha with one tweet and keep it pushing. This bitch Zebra was laughing like it was the time of her life. This bitch Zebra was laughing like she was at main event and she wanted to try all the games. This bitch was laughing like she was at Six Flags and she wanted to try all the rides. This bitch was laughing at every single negative tweet about me. Like, I just kept seeing her in my mentions. She kept putting laughing emojis. She kept saying y'all didn't have to do her like that. Like, she just thought it was the funniest shit ever. So I had went to her page and I was like, all right, not too much. Not too much. Like, not too much, bro. Like, you're doing too much. And so at this point, she's like, she asked me back and she's like, don't get mad at me because nobody likes you. And so me and her start going back and forth. Me and her are going back and forth, right? Now, when me and her are going back and forth, nobody's really like getting into that situation. Like, people are ignoring, like, not really ignoring us, but like nobody's really like adding on. When I used to argue with the other people on Twitter, everybody would jump in, but nobody was really jumping in on her, and it was just really me and her arguing. A couple of people would favor her tweet, a couple of people would favor my tweet, but we were going back and forth. And mind you guys, y'all have to understand, me and Zebra started arguing like 3 days before a new school year, and I was going to 10th grade. So I was like, man, who is this hoe? Like, the way I was feeling, I was like, it looks like my spirit told me that this bitch was going to the school. My spirit told me this bitch attended the school that I was going to, the new high school. So I asked this hoe on Twitter, I was like, what school do you go to? And she said the school name, and I told her, I said, see you on Monday. Now, the people that I was arguing with on Twitter, they thought I was from a different district, and I was, but I moved during the summer and I didn't tell nobody. But everyone still thought that I was still going to remain in that old district. Nobody thought that I was coming to their school. Majority of the people that I was arguing with on Twitter was attending the high school that I was going to. They knew that Zebra attended that same high school as well. So when I had told Zebra, see you on Monday, everybody started going in a frenzy. Like, remember I told you guys, nobody was paying us no mind when we were arguing. People were just favoriting tweets. And I found out later on that a lot of people don't like Zebra either, and that's the reason why nobody was really defending her like that. But when they found out that when I told her, see you at school on Monday, my Twitter went crazy. People were adding me like, hell nah, I don't want to see her, I don't want to see her at school, hell nah, what is she talking about? Because everyone knew that Zebra went to a school that they didn't think I went, their school basically. So everyone's like, you going to this school? Like, people are asking me, are you coming to this school? Like, I'm supposed to say, yeah, you doggy. Like, bitch, I don't like none of y'all. I don't like none of y'all. Like, I don't like none of y'all. Like, do you really think I'm gonna be in your mention saying, yeah, I can't wait to see all of y'all on Monday? Like, why are you asking me? If I just told this hoe, see you at school on Monday, then bitch, I meant what I said. I don't have a car. Like, you think I'm driving to school on the first day of school, driving to a different school? No. At this point in time, my Twitter's in a frenzy. I don't say nothing. Everybody's adding me, asking me, am I going to this certain high school? I'm not answering no questions. I'm ignoring everyone, and I get off of Twitter for that night. So Monday come around, and I walk into the school. Like I told you guys in my bullying story time, I walk into the school, and everybody, all eyes on me, baby. I thought I was Tupac, okay? I get to the school, everybody's staring at me. Everyone's looking at me. I ain't even worried about that. I'm on a mission to find Zebra. Zebra, where you're at? Because the way I'm feeling like, yeah, we need to shake some shit up on the first day of school. Like, somebody got to get whooped, okay? So at this point in time, I'm roaming through the hallways looking for Zebra because I want Zebra's head, because it's like, you doing too much. Like, you don't even know me. The people that I'm arguing with, they don't even fucking like you. Why are you in the mentions having the time of your life? Like, you're doing too much, you know? So I'm looking high and low for this hoe, and if you guys have to watch another story time. I'm trying to remember what story time that was. Y'all know the story time where I had to fight my friend, where I have two story times. Not the one where I got beat up, but there is a story time where I had to fight my friend because she was jealous of me. I'm gonna put it in the description box. In the description box, y'all. Because sometimes I'll be saying I'm gonna put it in the description box, and y'all be in the y'all be attacking me, talking about some, you did not put the video. I legit sometimes will say I will either put it up there or in the description box. So if it's not up there, then it's in the description box. And if I forget, I am so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'll be on a mission to upload. Like, once I see that. Anyways, let me not get off topic. But basically, I will put that video down below. Y'all watch that video before y'all get into this story time. I met my friend, and I do not remember what I named her in that story time, and I don't care to remember. We're just gonna call her Sonny. And basically, long story short, Sonny came up to me and was like, ain't you the girl that everybody hate? And it was funny because it's like, on the first day of school, no one was talking to me. Everyone was just staring at me, like looking at me like through the side of their eye. Like, it was giving very much weird energy. Nobody was really saying anything to me, but she was the first bitch to say something to me. And I'm not gonna lie, I like that shit. Like, I like that bullshit. So me and her clicked. We clicked. You know what I mean? So we clicked, and I feel like one of the main reasons why I had clicked with Sonny because of that is because the old district, I don't know if you guys know Houston like that, but I was from A-Leaf and I had moved to Richmond. Those are not two different things, but they are at the same time. Like, A-Leaf is a little bit more gutter-like, and A-Leaf people express their thoughts. They don't care. They're not gonna be looking at you like in A-Leaf. Like if a girl has sex on the staircase, like they would dead ass. If a girl had sex on the staircase and it went on everyone's phone, when she goes to school the next day, somebody's gonna point to her in the hallways and be like, ain't you the bitch that fucked on the staircase? Like everyone was bold in A-Leaf, but like in Richmond, everyone was not bold. They were only bold online. In person, they would just side-eye you and like, you know, whisper or talk amongst you. But she was the first person to actually come up to me and be like, ain't you the girl that don't nobody like? So we started clicking. So I used that as an opportunity to ask her if she knew who Zebra was. And I was like, do you know who Zebra is? And she was like, yes, that's my friend. And I was like, does Zebra go here? And she was like, yes, Zebra goes here, but I didn't see her today. It's like she didn't come on the first day of school. So y'all already know me. My little 14, 15, I don't know if I was 14 or 15, I don't know. My little 14, 15-year-old mind is thinking, yeah, this bitch ain't come to school because she knew I was coming to school. Like, I'm thinking like that. Like, I don't know why. But come to find out, Zebra got into some trouble during summer school, and basically her mom enrolled her out of the school and she did not tell no one. So Zebra acted like she was still gonna attend that school. She didn't tell none of her friends, nobody. So Zebra made it look like she was attending the school, but she really wasn't. You know the very ironic thing about this whole story? Zebra ended up transferring to my old high school and I ended up transferring to Zebra's old high school, so we did a switch. So that is the reason why I could not find her. Like that is one of the main reasons why I could not find her. Mind you, this high school was not that big. So I'm like, I should have been found her on the first day of school. Like my old high school was not big either because we had a 9th grade center and we had a main campus. 9th grade center was small because it was only 9th graders, but main campus was fucking huge. Like if main campus, if my new high school was the size of main campus and I said I didn't find Zebra on the first day of school, I would know that Zebra could still possibly attend that school. That's how big main campus is compared to the high school that I was attending. I knew for a fact she wasn't there, and when I found out that, I was like, wow. She had told Sonny, and Sonny had came and told me. So Sonny was like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, she was like, you will like her. And in my head, I'm like, no the fuck I'm not. Bitch, I came here to fight her. Fuck, how am I gonna like her? She's like, nah, you will like her. And mind you, this is after like a week of me talking to Sonny. And I'm like, Sonny, how am I gonna like her? And she was like, nah, you're gonna like her. Like, you're gonna like her. So she says, I'm gonna put you two on the phone, and if you do not like her, you could go off on me, but I'm telling you that you're gonna like her. Y'all low-key have like, she didn't say the same personality, but she said that like our personalities will mesh really well together. I said, now in this day and age today, I'm not getting on the phone with a bitch who I want to fight or who disrespected me or anything like that. But back then, I was young. I'm not gonna say I was dumb, but I was just optimistic because I was like, because I wanted to prove Sonny wrong, that I was not gonna like her. Because Sonny was like, I promise you you'll like her. I promise you. I'll be like, I was like, why would I like a bitch that's laughing about me on Twitter? Y'all, I get on the phone with Zebra and we clicked. It's like we knew each other our whole lives. Like, it was so weird. Like, I've never made a friendship like that. Out of all my friendships, I've never made a friendship like that in my life. And it was just so weird. Like, how do I go from wanting to fight this girl to actually laughing? And so I had confronted her. Like, when she got on the phone, she said, hey. And I was like, what's up? Like, I'm acting hardcore and shit, but after a while she just was so like funny, and like that bitch was funny. Like, that's one of the main things that I could say about Zebra. And so after that, it just started making me laugh and shit, and you know, we just started laughing and shit. And so basically she was just telling me like, hey, like, so I said, so you know, we getting comfortable and shit. Like, I'm not really like wanting to fight her no more. I'm so much in a sense just trying to feel her out. So I said, bitch, so what happened with ABCD? Like, I'm confronting her about the Twitter shit. She's like, girl, I am so sorry. She's like, I just thought that everything was funny. She said, not just what they were saying to you, what they were saying to what you were saying to them. Like, you're funny. Like, I thought the whole situation was just funny. Cause I'm not gonna lie, y'all, she was adding me some of my tweets and putting laughing emojis, but she was mainly laughing at what they were saying about me. I think she only like laughed at one of my shit. Like, she was laughing at everything they said about me. So it's like, bitch, you're not on my side. You're very much so in the middle or on their side. So yeah. So she's like, it was just funny. I did not mean to disrespect you, but yeah, no, like, you did. But I was like, okay. So we talked about the situation, and we ended up switching subjects. Now at this point in time, me and her were cool, cordial. And so we get off the phone, and Sonny asked me, do I like her? And I'm like, yeah, she cool, like I like her. And sure enough, me and this girl started being friends. So I know some of you guys might not like this, but like I told you guys before, this is an introductory to Zebra, so you guys might not like this because it might not give like the juicy details. But baby, you already know I was gonna come with the juice, so y'all sit back and y'all relax, because even though this is an introductory to Zebra, I'm gonna give you guys a little sip of juice, a little sip of tea, a little sip of tea, just to quench your thirst. Okay, so as me and Zebra began to get friends, it kind of turned into a three friendship. That 10th grade year, it was me, Zebra, and Sonny that were friends. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and act like Sonny was like always with us, but she was at the same time. For the most part, like, she would be with us, and we would hang out with each other. I would hang out with Zebra. Now, one of my very first red flags with Zebra is that she, like I said, was at my old high school. So I knew everyone at her high school, and I knew everyone at the high school she was at, and she knew everyone at the high school that I was at, because we used to go there. So she will always come to me about guys, and she'll be like, he is so cute, he was trying to talk to me. Like I said, y'all, I attended that high school, so I already knew everything about everyone in that high school that she was in the same grade with, because we were all in the 9th grade center together. So I would tell her, don't talk to him, because 9 times out of 10 I had already talked to him, or he did some weird foul shit to one of my old friends. And so I would tell her, don't talk to him. But like I said, even though me and Zebra began a friendship, I didn't fully trust Zebra because of the way she acted on Twitter. So I never would trusted Zebra to tell her with my business just yet. We had just became friends. I was still feeling her out. Okay, so when she would ask me, oh, why you don't want me to talk to him, I didn't come out and say, oh, I used to sleep with him, or oh, I used to mess with him, or something like that. I just would be like, you know, he's a hoe and da da da. I don't know. I just don't know if you want to, like, you know, be caught up with someone like him, like he's a hoe. Now, some people might not like what I'm about to say, and I don't know, I really do not know if she watches me. Who cares? But if she does watches me, it's the truth. Zebra was a little bit of a hoe, okay? And like I told you guys before, ain't nothing wrong with that, because baby, it was the OG, you know what I mean? But you know, Zebra got around. Zebra got around, and Zebra was very sexually liberated. Okay, so when I would tell her not to mess with some of these guys, she was still gonna mess with them, because it wasn't so much like she wanted to date them. It was so much like she just like having fun, like she like, you know, male attention. And I didn't see nothing wrong with it, because like I said too, I was a very male attention type of girl too when I was younger. But I just didn't want her to make the same mistakes that I made with some of these guys, because there's some guys that, like, not even guys that I slept with, but guys that like I encountered that were rude as hell and just entitled and stuff. So I was just telling her, like, don't get yourself involved with him, because ABCD. Or it would be some guys, like I said before, that my friends had messed with in the past, and I knew their type of actions, and I knew the way they move. This is my thing. If I tell you not to mess with someone, I don't want to hear nothing. Like, and I know that sounds so insensitive, because I know I've had for my friends tell me don't mess with him, and I mess with him and then shit go left and I come to them complaining. So I can't really be like that. But at the same time, I told you not to mess with the guys, and now the guys are doing exactly what I knew they were going to do, and now you're all up in my face complaining. I mean, I'm gonna still listen to you, because I will hope that you would do the same for me. But it's like, girl, I told you not to mess with them. Some of them, she knew that I had slept with them. There's some guys that she knew I slept with, and she would still mess with them. Now, y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel, because I will tell her, and mind you, some of the guys that I had slept with, I did not have no type of relations. I didn't care for them at all. So I really did not have like feelings for some of these guys. But at the same time, I personally feel like you should not be touching your friends' sloppy seconds. You shouldn't. She would say things like she didn't know I messed with them, or she didn't think I would care because I didn't really like them like that. And it was just giving very much weird. And I know some people are about to say, that's a deal breaker. No. Yeah, I understand what you guys are saying, but at the same time, like I said, I was younger. I was in high school. I wasn't thinking right. And also, I did not really like these guys. It's kind of equivalent to how guy friends pass around girls. Like if one guy sleeps with one girl and she's good in bed, and then he brags to his friend like, man, that girl good in bed, like you might want to get at her. And then the other friends sleep, and then they just pass her down. It, like, you know, it might be somebody in a group that might catch feelings, but you know what I mean? For the most part, ain't nobody gonna get mad at somebody that they don't have no feelings for. And I didn't have feelings for the guys that I had messed with, but at the same time, it's different because we're girls. Why would you want to touch a guy that I touched, or that touched me, or that even talked to me? Like, why would you want to do that? That's weird. And so I just started looking at her weird. And then there was one time where I had accidentally messed with a guy that she messed with first. I did not know that, okay? She never told me anything until, and I never told her when I messed with him, because I had messed with him around the time where I still did not trust her. So she did not know about it till way later on. And then she was like, I used to mess with him before. And I was just like, oh, okay. And she was just like, yeah. And I was like, damn, I didn't know that. And she was like, yeah. And so let's fast forward to like when it's time to get out of school. So the friendship is going good and everything like that. Nothing is wrong really, like other than the messing around with my guys. And I know some people are about to say, that's a deal breaker. No, no. Yes, it is, y'all. But listen carefully. I was in high school. So to me, I didn't see nothing, not that I didn't see nothing wrong with it, but it wasn't enough for it to be a deal breaker back then. So the friendship was fine. Like me and Zebra, probably one of my funniest friends, not one of my funniest friendships. I'm gonna be real with y'all, I've had some funny ass friends. Like I think majority of, damn near all my friends are funny in their own unique way. Like every single friend that I've ever had in my life, they're just hilarious. Like I don't think I've ever made friends with a dull bitch, you know what I mean? So Zebra was funny, like, and it was so funny because a lot of people did not like her either. And so it was just funny. We bonded off the fact that people did not like us. So we had a lot of fun or whatnot. Now towards the ending of the high school years are coming, and she has this friend, and I think I spoke on this friend before. We're not really gonna give her like too much clout, but basically she had a friend that I did not like that. Like I did not like Zebra like that. And I mean, not Zebra. I did not like Zebra's friend. And simply because of the fact that Zebra's friend was very rude, arrogant. She tried to catch herself catching an attitude with me on Twitter one day. And I was just looking at this whole like, bitch, who's you talking to? Like, who's you really pressing at? And I told Zebra straight up, I said, I don't like her. Now Zebra used to work at this job, and she ended up working with this coworker, and we were going to name the coworker Barry. Right now Zebra and me wanted to go to a party one day, and so she was like, I have a coworker, you might like her, her name is Barry, I'm gonna invite her to the party. Y'all, the first day I met Barry, me and Barry, we clicked. And I have a story time for Barry too. That's not in this series, but I have like a whole different story time for Barry. And I want you guys to let me know who was wrong with me and Barry, because me and Barry, like, we got into it, but that's a whole different story time for a different day. But me and Barry, we clicked automatically. Like, it was such good vibes. It was not awkward, nothing. Like, we were cool. She was a very nice, quiet girl, but it, like, we clicked automatically. So after that, we all three started hanging out or whatnot, and I started getting closer to Barry. Zebra didn't have no issue with that. She liked the fact that me and Barry were getting close. Sometimes we would all three hang out. Sometimes I would hang out with Barry on my own. Like, that's how close me and Barry started getting. And as me and Barry started getting close, you know, we start talking. Y'all know how girls are. And we brought up Zebra's friend, the one that I don't like. And she told me that she didn't like her either. So, bitch, guess what? You know, we talking our shit. Like, well, and I don't want nobody in the comments saying, yeah, shut up. Like, y'all do it too, I don't care. So yeah, at this point we talking our shit. We're like, yeah, she did this. Like, you know how girls are very dramatic. Yeah, all this, right? So we're talking about, yeah, I don't like her because of this, I don't like her because of that, da da da, this and that, rah. We're running our course. Was the type of girl back then, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm still like that today, but I try my best to simmer it down, because not everything needs to be said, you know what I mean? But I'm the type of girl to let it be known if I have an issue with something. So I told Zebra straight up, I said, I don't like your friend, okay? I don't know what you're about to do with that information, but I don't like your friend. And when I told her that, I was with Barry, and Barry ended up telling Zebra I don't like her either. And you could just see Zebra was getting upset, and I'm just looking at her like, why are you getting upset at the fact that we said we don't like your friend? Like, you shouldn't be getting upset because we say you don't like your friend. Like, you should be saying like, oh, what happened? Or trying to rectify the situation, or trying to come. You're getting upset because of what? Because you want us to like somebody that's been rude to us? Like, Barry had a good reason for not liking her, and I'm not about to get into it because it's so irrelevant, but Barry had a really good reason for not liking her, and I feel like I did too. I had a very good reason for not liking her as well. It's not like we seen her and didn't like her hair color and was like, oh, we don't like your friend. Like, this bitch did something to both of us. So when we're here telling you that we don't like your friend, what are you doing? What are you hyperventilating for? Like, do you need an asthma pump or what? Like, what's going on, sweetie? So at this point, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, and probably we should never did it, but me and Barry started talking about Zebra, but not in a negative manner, but in a manner of, why is Zebra taking up for this girl? Like, why is Zebra not trying to see why we don't like her? Like, y'all, Zebra didn't even ask us what happened. When we told Zebra that we didn't like her, she just rolled her eyes and changed the subject. Like, she didn't even say, oh, what happened, or why don't y'all like her? She didn't care to hear anything. And I kind of understand, because it's like she's friends with all three of us, so it's kind of like it's a sticky situation for her. But at the same time, if you do call yourself all three of our friends, you guys, like I said before, you're supposed to be rectifying the situation. Like, or see, even if you don't want to rectify the situation and you don't want to be in it, you're supposed to at least see what happened. At least, like, if we came up to you and said we don't like your friend, obviously we want to tell you why we don't like her, you know. I kind of seen that was weird. And okay, this is where my childish and pettiness came into play. When we were with when we were out, and let me just be clear and let you guys know that as much as we did not like Zebra's friend did not like us either. Okay, it's not like we did not like Zebra's friend and she had no idea we didn't like her. No, that baby did not like us as well. Now, sometimes we will be with Zebra, and Zebra's friend will call her, so, you know, we'll be making jokes, and we had our little insiders about Zebra's friend. We thought she looked like a certain type of animal, so when she would call, we would make the animal's noise, and so Zebra would get very irate and she'll get angry because she knew what we were doing, and me and Barry would just be laughing and chilling, and it was just very petty. I'm not gonna lie, looking back at it, it was so childish, but that's what we were doing. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I had told, and me and Zebra started getting into it because I specifically told Zebra, I said, look, I told Zebra, I said, don't, this is what I told Zebra that made me and Zebra get into it. I told Zebra, I said, don't be on the phone with this girl when you're with me, because there will be times it would just be me and Zebra in the car, and she will be having these long ass conversations with old girl, her friend that I don't like, in the car, in my car. Like, no, like, I'm so sorry. I know some people are like, you're controlling. No, I'm not controlling. This is my car, and you're not about to have like 30-minute conversations with somebody that I, first of all, don't like on speaker in my car when I want to listen to my music. So I'm not saying that Zebra couldn't answer the phone at all, but I'm just saying that Zebra, at the very little tiny least, could just stay on the phone with old girl from 5 to 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes and keep it pushing. Like, tell her, hey mom, I'm gonna call you when I go home, I'm out. That's like one of like our very first arguments. It wasn't like, basically, long story short, Zebra had a friend, her and a friend got into it. Now this girl, I stopped talking to her. I used to be friends with this girl at high school too, but some shit happened to me and she turned on me completely in high school, and she told me that she cannot hang out with me, and I was just confused because I was just like, why? Like, you can't hang out with me because shit got tough? Like, that is foul as fuck. Like, me and her didn't get into it. I just got into some trouble at school, and because I got into some trouble, she said she don't want to hang out with me no more. So I just wanted to know, like, really, like, is that really your reason? And she got mad and she tried to fight me, and they broke us up. That's a whole different story for a different day. But after that, I never liked her. We never talked again. Now Zebra ended up being friends with her when she went to that school after. That's another thing, y'all. Like, Zebra just did not listen. Like, one of the main reasons with Zebra that I had, one of the main issues with Zebra I had was that Zebra never listened to anything that I said. Anything that I told Zebra, she would not listen. She'll do the opposite, and then it will backfire in her face, and she'll be mad. And then, like, she'll say stuff like, stop telling her what to do. But it's like, you come to me with your issues and I'm trying to help you, and you're telling me to stop telling you what to do. Then stop coming to me with your issues then. Like, What? Zebra told me she wanted to be friends with this girl, and I told Zebra, I said, don't be friends with her, because anybody who could leave their friend because shit gets up, they're not a good friend. And Zebra still went to go be cool with her. Now, I don't really remember what happened between her and Zebra, but her and Zebra fought. Like, they fist fought each other after being friends with each other for like a year or two. They have ended up fist fighting each other, and I was just looking like, I told you. I freaking told you. Some mess had happened between Zebra and the girl somehow tried to put me in it. I don't know how the girl started putting me in it. I don't know if the girl, okay, I think there was a time where me and the girl were going back and forth. She made a comment to me saying, that's why Zebra said ABCD. I guess Zebra was like talking shit about me, but Zebra wasn't it wasn't like a bad talk shit about, but Zebra said something to the girl about me when they were friends, and I didn't appreciate it, because it's like, that girl, you know, it's not even the fact that like I'm not friends with this girl, it's the fact that I don't like this girl. You know, I don't like this girl. I told you I don't like this girl. I even told you not to be friends with this girl. Why does this girl know my information? So I confronted Zebra. Like, bitch, you gotta get confronted. I'm so sorry about it. She started getting the attitude. Like, she started getting mad and shit. She's like, at the end of the day, bitch, is not the end of the day. Bitch, is the morning. Bitch, is not the end of the day. Bitch, is the motherfucking afternoon. And bitch, even if it's the end of the day, bitch, is still not the end of the day, bitch, because morning is coming right around the corner when 12 a.m. hit. I'm telling me at the end of the day, like, at the end of the day, what? It doesn't matter what's coming out of your mouth, bro. She should not know my business, especially when you know that I don't like this hoe. So I really just started looking at Zebra in a weird lighting. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I just started looking at Zebra like, okay, I told you that I didn't like your friend. You're still putting me around her while you get on the phone with her. And her friend was just not a good friend. She wasn't a good influence. Like, outside of her friend being disrespectful, she wasn't a good friend for Zebra. I told her that, and then this BS with the girl that she fought. So at this point now, me and Zebra, I couldn't take it no more. And this is what happened. So one day we're in the GM and we're chilling, and like I said before, I do take accountability for some of the stuff that I did. I'm not sitting here making it look like Zebra was just in the wrong completely. She wasn't. I had some faults. So yeah. But basically, we were chilling one time, and Zebra's friend, the one that me and Barry did not like, I think she posted a picture, and me, Zebra, and Barry had a GM, and we were basically in the GM typing about something so differently, and I had seen Zebra's friend's picture, and I think I put it in a GM. Or no, I don't know if I put it in the GM or no, I think it was the other way around. Barry had put the picture in the GM, and we made the animal noises that we usually make for her, and she had made the animal noise, and I had put laughing emojis, and Zebra got very irate. Like, when I say Zebra got irate, she got so irate. She was like, I told you guys several times to stop talking about my friend. Y'all are fucking messy. Like, she started cursing at us. She was like, y'all are messy as hell. I told you guys she didn't even do anything to y'all. Guys, did I not just say that Zebra didn't even ask what happened? So how you gonna sit here and tell us that she didn't do nothing to us and you don't even know? Like, you don't even know. Like, you never even asked. Like, you never even cared to ask. So what are you talking about? And at this point in time, the GM just goes in an uproar. Like, they're going back and forth. I'm not really saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I thought this shit was funny. I thought what Barry did was hilarious. Like, I'm sorry, I did not like Zebra's friend. Like, I just did not like her. Like, I didn't like her. Now, looking back at it, though, you can dislike somebody's friends and leave them alone. Like, you don't need to be antagonizing them to your friend. Like, that's not right. Like I said, this was our high school bind, you know? So, Zebra and Barry are going back and forth hardcore. Like, when I say hardcore, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just, like, laughing at Barry shit, and then after a while I was just watching them argue, and I was like, it's not that deep, because Zebra was going so hard in the paint. This hoe over here talking about she wished that we die. First of all, Zebra, we all gonna die one day. Like, what are you talking about, bitch? You talking about how the fuck you wishing on my death? Like, bitch, you don't have to wish. It's gonna happen. Like, I'm so sorry about it. None of us are gonna be here one day. Like, the fuck? You talking about I hope y'all die, this and that. Like, you're doing too much. Like, even though we're all gonna die one day, bitch, you don't need to hope. The fuck is you hoping for? Like, bitch, you say stuff like, I wish I could fly one day on my own. You say stuff like, I wish on a shooting star. Bitch, you don't say, you don't tell your friend, I hope you die. Like, bitch, I'm going to die. You don't need to hope for it. So at this point in time, I chimed in because it's like, baby, bitch, it's funny now. It's not funny no more, ho. So I had tuned in and I said, hold on, ho. I told her straight up, I said, hold on, ho. I said, you need to watch your tone in this GM. Like, you get a little bit too beside yourself. So when I had said that, she was like, fuck all of y'all. I'm not getting too beside myself. She started talking about some, mind you, she's typing in caps, y'all. Like, this girl's typing in caps and she's basically saying, how many times, like she's typing, like the way she's typing is like she, like, I can hear her through the phone type shit. Like, she typed, how many times did she type it again? How many times did she type it the third time? How many times have I told y'all hoes to stop talking about my friend? This is in cash. She's like, I told y'all hoes, I stopped playing with me. Like, she was going off. And I told her, I was like I said, watch your tongue, bitch, because you don't got to hope for death, bitch. You need to hope for it on your end. Like, the fuck? Like, bitch, whatever you're wishing on me, back to sender, the fuck? So she just starts going in an uproar. Y'all, this girl, like, this is when I first peeped that this girl was crazy, right? This girl basically calls up Barry's ex. Now, Barry got a restraining order on her ex because he was abusive and he was a stalker, and she ended up changing her number because of him. She basically calls up Barry's ex because she was kind of cordial with him, so she had his number. She calls up Barry's ex and she basically tells Barry's ex, hey, here's Barry's new number. She said call her. You should definitely go up to her house. She lives on this side of the town now, blah, blah, blah. And the boy's like, word? Mind you, y'all, did I not just tell you guys that this girl got a restraining order on him because this boy is crazy? Why would you call up Barry's ex, the crazy stalker that was abusive, and give the girl's new number? And out of nowhere, Barry calls my phone and I pick up the phone, and I'm picking up the phone and I'm talking. I'm like, yeah. I was like, something's wrong with her. Like, mind you, I had no idea that she did this at this point in time. I'm talking based off of the fact that, like, she was arguing with us in the GM. Barry cussed me off and was like, why is such and such calling me? And it was her ex. And I was like, how did oh boy get your new number? And she answered the phone and her ex said that hey, Zebra called me and gave me your new number. She said that you want to talk things out with me. Is that true? Let me tell you something. It's never that deep. Like, Zebra, it was just never that deep. Like, girl, come on. Like you're doing too much. Like, you're doing way too much, my guy. You're just doing too much. So at this point in time, it was just getting so disrespectful. She started doing things to me that I really do not remember, but she started doing things to me. She started attacking me on Snapchat. I opened her snaps, and whenever me and her would get into it, because before then, me and her would get into little petty arguments. I'm not even going to sit up here and act like we didn't argue before this fight, but it wasn't nothing big like this. But me and her would get into petty arguments, and whenever me and her would get into petty arguments, I would stop the streak with her, because I used to have streaks with her. I would stop the streak, and it wasn't just with her. Like, if I argue with a friend, like if it was an argument and we ain't talking like that whole day, I'm not gonna say hold on, ching, and snap a picture and send it to you just so our streaks can go through. Like, bitch, if we are not talking in the messages, if we are not talking when I see you, bitch, we don't need to talk through Snapchat as well. So I would end streaks. And so when she did what she did, I guess she knew that I was gonna end streaks with her. So she started Snapchatting me and was basically was screaming in the camera talking about, and bitch, don't end streaks, don't start messing, then be trying to end streaks. The fuck, bitch, we had 300 and something streaks because we had a strong streak at this time. And she basically had the audacity to tell me that I don't need to end no streaks because we're at a big following with streaks, and I started mess, so I should be able to continue on with the streaks. Bitch, you don't tell me what to do, bitch. We are ending the streaks, bitch. We are ending the streaks. So you know what I did to be petty? I blocked her. I blocked her on the snap. I blocked her on Snapchat. So now at this point in time, I texted her and I told her, I said, get ready for tomorrow. I will be coming to that house, because at this point in time now we gotta fight. Like, you're taking it too far, my guy. Like, you're taking shit to social media. She started adding me on Twitter. She started telling my personal business about guys that I have been with in the past on Twitter. So now you're doing too much, and you're doing this all over this hoe. Mind you, might I add, y'all, this girl got into a big fight and she was about to get jumped in the school, and she had called this girl, because mind you, this girl went to her high school, the high school that I was at, the old high school. She went to the high school with her too, and she used to work with her. And she called this girl, and this girl refused to come. Like, she was not even doing nothing important. She just refused to come. This is the bitch you're going so hard in the paint over? Like, you're delusional. So at this point in time, I called her and I told her, I said, hello. And she was like, what? And I said, well, just go ahead and you know, get a good rest, because I'm coming to that house tomorrow. Like, that's basically what I told her. Like, I'm coming to the house tomorrow because you're doing too much, bro. Like, you gotta get fought. Like, I'm so sorry about it. So she's like, she starts laughing and shit, and she's just going in an uproar. She's like, So Barry calls me after I hung up. I'm not gonna play with you. Like, I already told you I'm coming to that house tomorrow, so you can go all you want, but bitch, when I in your front door and I'm stepping in your front door, knocking on your front door, don't think this shit is a game, because shit ain't a game. So at this point in time, Barry calls me right afterwards, and I told Barry, I said, I'm going to her house tomorrow. And Barry was like, I'm coming with you. I said, hold on now, Barry, I don't do no jumping shit. And she was like, I want to fight her, I don't care. She was like, I'm coming with you. She was like, I was like, I'm going there by myself. Like, she's like, no, I'm coming with you. Like, she was like, Barry was pissed because Barry felt so disrespected at the fact that this girl gave Barry's ex her new number, the one that she got a restraining order over. Like, that is so disrespectful. All because of what? Because we made fun of your friend. Now, like I said before, it was very immature, but it did not, like, Zebra took it too far. Like, Zebra took the anger way too far. The next day comes around and me and Barry get in the car. Barry drove her own car. She drove to my house, and then we end up driving to Zebra's house, which is like a 10 to 15 minute drive. And we get to the house. I don't know what Zebra told her mom, but the mom just so happened to be going to work when we parked and were walking up to the apartment or the townhouse. And so when the mom saw us, she was just like, and mind you, Zebra's African, so the mom was like, Irene, what are you doing here? Like, you could tell that, like, Zebra basically, I don't think Zebra told the mom, like, the full details, but I know Zebra basically was like, if Irene comes, don't knock, we're fighting right now. I know she told the mom something like that, because when the mom saw me, she looked shocked, and she was like, Irene, what are you doing here? And I said, I want to see where Zebra is. I said, I need to see where Zebra is now. And you could tell the mom was lying for her. She was like, Zebra is not here. If Zebra's not here, you don't have to stutter. Like, you could deadass be like, Zebra ain't here right now, come back later. Zebra's obviously here. So I was like, nah, Zebra's here. So she starts saying, like, what's going on with y'all? Are y'all fighting? Like, this is and that. So I told the mom, I'm like, no, I just want to talk to her, because I'm not gonna be snitching on you and shit like that. Like, it's just not that deep. Like, where you at, ho? Like, that's how I'm seeing it. And so Barry on the side, and Barry just got her arm folded and she looking hot. I'm talking to the mom. Now, the mom, remember I told you guys about Zebra's boyfriend, Michael, the one in the last story time where he beat up my ex-boyfriend. The mom knew that Zebra was dating that guy, and the mom hated him with, like, her whole life. So she basically starts asking me if Zebra is still messing with that guy. And I told the mom, I said, I don't know. So the mom is trying to get shit out of Zebra. Like, the mom is asking me, like, do you know a guy named this and that? Like, she's basically, like, trying to get me to snitch on Zebra about guys, about, like, really going to work, about drugs. Like, she's trying to get tea on Zebra, and I'm literally saying, I don't know, to, like, everything. I'm literally saying, I don't know, because I didn't come here for that. Like, I didn't come here to snitch on you to your mom, and I'm just not gonna be doing all that childish shit and snitching on you to your mom. Like, it's not that deep. I just want to whoop you, or you could whoop me, or it could be a tie, and then we can go on about our business. And you know, I'm just not here for all that. So keep that in mind, y'all. I still protected her within me, even wanted to still fight her. So the mom ended up leaving. She gave us a speech saying, whatever you guys do, this is and that. I don't know. She gave us a speech. She knew what time it was. So at this point in time, Zebra, I'm calling Zebra, and I'm calling her, and I'm calling her, and this bitch is texting me saying, what? And I was like, bitch, I am outside your house. Where are you? I'm not home. I go on the side because, like, I knew how Zebra's house was set up because I used to go there, and I knew where Zebra's window was for her room. I see a fucking shadow in her room. Bitch, come out, come out, come out. Wherever you are. Right there. Like, what are you hiding? Talking about you're not home. Like, who is in that room then? So I started knocking at the window and I was like, you need to bring your ass out now. Now. So because I was knocking at the window, Zebra has older brothers. Her older brother came to the door and he was screaming and he was like, what are you doing? So that's how I knew Zebra was home, because he even said, oh, hey, Irene, like, what's up? Da, da, da. Like, he came to the door like he was angry and he was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I'm like, where's Zebra? Where's Zebra? Mind you, Barry's like in the background too. And she was like, yeah, where is she? Because like, I've had enough, da da da. And he's like, both of y'all need to leave. Both of y'all need to leave, da da da. Like, he's trying to like push me, because like when he opened the door, I'm trying to go inside the house because bitch, you opened the door, therefore I can come in. So he's trying to talk to me. I'm trying to maneuver through him and get inside the house. And so he was like, no, no. Like, he starts screaming. He was like, no, you need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave. And he pushes me. Y'all, I take my backhand and I hit him. I tried to aim for his face, but Zebra's Zebra's brother was very tall. So it did not get to his face. It got like right here. And I was like, boom. And he ended up pushing me to the point where I almost fell. And he slammed the door. And he yelled through the door, I'm going to call the police on both of y'all. I'm calling the police right now. And he told his other brother to call the police, and we heard them on the phone with the police. So we were just like, you know what, let's dip out because it's getting out of hand. Like, I don't want to get the popos involved. I ain't trying to go to jail, you know. I just want to do a little 1-2 do, you know, like a little dun, and you know, she gets some hits in, dun, you know. It would have been a good fight because, you know, Zebra could fight. So, you know, we get some good hits, dun, and then we go about our business, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to go to jail. I didn't want it to be a national affair. So at this point in time, I tell Barry, I'm like, we gotta go. So me and Barry, we dip out. As soon as I drive my car out, Zebra sends laughing emojis. And she was like, yeah, bitch, that's what I thought. Bitch, what the fuck did you think? You were hiding in your room. Pipe down, my guy. Like, why are you acting like you're like that? Like, you're not like that, bro. Like, and I'm not gonna sit up here and say Zebra wasn't like that, because Zebra was very much so about it. But come on, bro. Like, don't say that's what you thought after you sat in the room ahead. Like, come on. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean that's what you thought? Like, what did you think? You didn't even come out. The fuck? So at this point in time, I told Zebra, I said, play with me again if you want to. I said, I don't know what I told Zebra, but I said, harass me on social media again, and we're gonna bring all this shit to socials. And she put laughing emojis. And like I tell you guys, in all my story times, like Nike, I did it, okay? Because the one thing about me, you might take things as low to the floor, but see, a baby like me, I'll take things down to hell and back, okay? And when I get down and dirty, I get down and dirty. And it's not just with friends, it's with guys, it's with everyone. And that's one of the main reasons why when I get into it with people, I try to check myself. Because if I get a hold of you, you're not gonna like what I do to you, whether it's physically, mentally, verbally. Like, you're just not gonna like it. My mouth is very bad. You know, I'm just not a good person to be arguing with. So I told her, I said, if you take it to socials again, because she was still on socials telling my business, I said, mind you, she was adding guys that I slept with, and was basically like saying, she added their at names and was like, Irene slept with them, or do y'all know that y'all all slept with Irene? Like, come on, bro. Like, or do you know that y'all all talk to Irene? Like, you're doing too much. So at this point in time, if you want to do that, if you, like I said, if you want to be funny, we could be hilarious. So I told her, I said, write something about me on social media again. And she sent me a message back and she said, bet. And she did it. We're going to end the story time right here, y'all. This is part 1 of the story time. Now, part 2 is about to be the juicy part, because this is where it gets into the nitties and gritties of what happened between me and Zebra. If you guys like this, please get this story time to 2,500 likes so we can tell part 2 of the story time. Guys, you guys want to hear part 2 of the story time, because this shit gets juicy. This shit gets messy. This shit gets just, it's everywhere. And if you guys like this introductory story time, please let me know down below. And if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, like this is part 1 of the series of Zebra series, how our friendship ended and how toxic our friendship was. And this is not so much a series of me, like I said before, bashing Zebra. This is so much a series, as this series continues, you guys will begin to understand from my young ladies that are that have their best friends and it's a little rocky. Get out while you can. Like, you don't have to stay in a abusive relationship. And a lot of times, like I said before, we think of abuse, we automatically think of men, but you could be in an abusive relationship, friendship wise, verbally, mentally, emotionally. And I do believe that me and Zebra had a very toxic relationship, and it was a very abusive friendship, on both ends. Like, both of us were toxic, both of us was abusive towards each other, and both of us was harmful for each other. But because we had so much fun, like, our fun was a match, and because she was funny, I was funny, like, we had so much fun, we just kept trying to, you know, rectify a situation that did not need to be rectified. It needed to be thrown in the trash a long time ago, and we just kept on trying. We kept trying, and I'm gonna get into those story times with the other series. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.